begin, shall we?
Hello there. Welcome in. Let us get started with our movie puzzle. We got 10 minutes on the clock. Let's try to solve it. Got a 3-letter first name. Samuel L. Jackson. Starts with E. So I'm guessing Eve or Eli. Aragorn is Viggo Mortensen. So I'm guessing it could be like Eva Mendes. Atonement. Keira Knightley. Batman Begins. So it's not Christian Bale. It's not Katie Holmes. Michael Caine? Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's Eva Mendes. Taxi Driver. This will be Jodie Foster. Nope, get off there. Shakespeare in Love. GWY. ENY. Maybe? Gwyneth Paltrow? Something like that? Harry Potter in the Philosopher's Stone. So the first one. And it starts with Z, so Daniel Radcliffe. Man, these are so much easier when you know what the answers are. Hail to the King, baby. That is... what's his name? From Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell. Thank you. PB, yeah. I knew what you meant, Naughty Dog. I am serious. Don't call me Leslie. So there's going to be Leslie Nielsen. Even though it's going to fix it there. We got all of them. Misspelled a couple. I think we might have had this one before, though, so... I think the Y and E are swapped. Rad, you are absolutely correct with Gwyneth Paltrow. Who has cancer and has said he won't be in any more Evil Dead projects. That stings. He has... I mean, he's been in... obviously, the 3 original movies, and he was in the TV series. But from what I've heard, the newer Evil Dead is going more like straight horror and like away from the horror comedy, which it kind of started as. So I don't know. Yeah, cancer sucks. Fuck cancer. Alright, on to our movie guesser. Do we want to start with a quote like we normally do, or do we want to go for something else? Evil Dead Rise was good. Evil Dead Burn was just a horror movie. Okay. Yeah, we'll go quote. We never lose our demons, Mordo. We only learn to live above them. So there's 2 possibilities for this. It's one of the Doctor Strange movies. And the only one that comes up is the original, so we'll go with that. I mean, when they give you a character name, that makes it kind of obvious. Sorry, Rad. That quote, actually. See, this is why we're a good team, Naughty Dog, because I feel like my movie quotes and your movie quotes don't overlap a ton. But the pictures are actually working this time. It's amazing. And then I tried bringing up the other movie puzzle game, but it was taking me to that name game again, so we're just going to skip that one. And we're going to get into some writing and stuff. Oh, I forgot to switch projects. We are on to Captain Marvel, writing and stuff. Oh, good ampersand cummerbund. Alright. So before we get to the dinosaur, which is the next thing in the outline, we will get to it tonight. There was some stuff I wanted to go back and add/adjust. So we're going to do a little bit of that, and then we will get to the dinosaur. Don't worry. As I was thinking about it, I feel like our first scene with Jessica, aka Spider-Woman, as we will find out later, I feel like it's a bit short. Mookie! Hi, hello, welcome in. Hello, people of Earth and perhaps beyond. I am the newspaper office lurking. Still have an eye on you. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you've had a great weekend. So I'm going to start back at the top of the Jessica scene, and I want to just build her out a little bit more, because there's a couple things I was thinking about that I want to have in the scene. Yeah. So I'll try to figure out when the best place to put those in is. So Jessica sits at a table in the room. Fury, tell me what you know about Captain Marvel. Jessica looks across to Fury, calculating. Aren't you the expert? That's not the question, Agent Drew. Fury looks to Jessica, expectant. Captain Marvel, real name Carol Danvers. MCU Wiki. And we can add some more specific stuff. So she was born in 1965. But it doesn't have, like, specifically, they don't have where she was, like, born. 1965, second child. But they don't say where. So I want Fury off screen for his first line, because I want the focus to be on Jessica. Google says Boston, Massachusetts. Yeah, I know in the comic books I think she's from Boston, but I wasn't sure if it was different in the MCU. I do want to make a note of that. Born on Earth. Actually, we'll put it in here. 65 on Earth. Joined the Air Force. Out of high school. Following the incident with his experimental engine, she became the most powerful hero in the universe. Not bad. Little details, but not bad. So I think we established this as MCU timeline. If you want to focus beyond Jessica, have an action line, direct attention to her. Beat a swept church under her forehead. Okay. Is this? Yeah. Alright, I want to write some notes for myself. Okay. Carol born 1965. Accident in 1989. And then so it doesn't have, and then 1995 events of Captain Marvel. Mention anything about Carol's past in the movie? I only saw it once. So they have some flashbacks of her growing up, and it does look more like California-ish. But I don't think they say specifically. That's why I wanted to check the wiki. Marvel's is set in 2026. 2026. Events of the Marvels. Alright. That gives us clear dates on pretty much everything we know. Endgame. Is set after Hawkeye, Moonlight, 2 years after Endgame. It's always referencing, like, in... Begin shortly after Infinity War, ends in 2023. So that would be... 2028. That seems wrong. Because it says, they shot in California, original Halloween, and tried to commit this. Yeah. Okay, I think their timeline is all sorts of messed up. Okay, so fall 2023 is the 5 years later. That's what I was off about. Okay. 2023 events of Endgame. Uh, 2018 to 2023. Okay. And then I think this would be set in 2028. ish. All right, that I knew I would have to figure that out at some point, so I just wanted to run through it all. So now we have definitive dates for some events that I think we are going to reference. So, 1995, the events of Captain Marvel. So from 1995 to 2028-ish, so 30 plus years. So we were correct. Spent last 30 years. Accusers. She spent the last 30 years going from one planet to another, fighting everything from the Kree to the Brood, the Accusers, a dinosaur. And even Thanos. DLBG, hi, hello, how's it going? How's your weekend going? Been watching the Spawn show on HBO. I didn't even know there was a Spawn show. I know they've been talking about remaking that for a long time. Are we gonna get P-tier Patarker / No, we are not. Dinosaur and Thanos, so you did your reading, gold stars you drew. Are you asking about Captain Marvel? Straight to the point, I see why I liked you, can we not? Don't worry. I'm not, don't worry. It's a pretty good storyline. It's interesting. You even had Todd McFarlane talking about Spawn before the episode starts. Okay. Right now, I'm on season 2. Nice. Yeah, the animated Spawn series was incredible. The film, not so much. I used to love the Spawn film, cause like I was little when it came out, and it was like super edgy and different. But yeah, it does not hold up. uh, to be You'll talk to me, but you don't trust me enough to be in the same room as me. Fury. I'm a busy man, what can I say? But I took time out of my day to talk to you. So I have an assignment for you. How's that for trust? First introduction was the Spawn movie, which I watched last week. Yeah, the CGI is very dated at this point, but like when it came out, it was actually I think it was some of the better CG at the time. You also like Spawn in general? Okay, so I added a couple of things that I wanted. We teased the dinosaur because this is something that comes up in the Enemy Within book that I want to bring into this. And then I wanted to add the section of like her realizing Fury's not really there and revealing it's a hologram. And how she worries that Fury doesn't fully trust her. John Leguizamo was the worst choice for the Violator, and there were just too much lore in to try to squeeze it to a future film. Yeah. Alright. Carol sits on a piece of driftwood. That bad. Lesion in my brain might be killing me, but also controls my powers. So if they remove it, I could lose my powers or die. If I leave it, anytime I use my powers, it'll feel like a chainsaw ripping through my head until I collapse. Oh. Valerie sits next to Carol. Yeah, only bad options. Well, 30 years, quite a run. Not many make it that long, especially humans. What are you saying? Maybe it's time to hang up the star. Have you ever thought about what comes after? After? Ever since I got these powers, Star Force, then working with Shuri, just gone from one catastrophe to another, helping people, saving people. It's what I do. There are other ways to help people. I never thought I'd be king of Asgard. It's giving me a new way to help people. Can't. Not you, I can't. I don't know who I am without my powers. A distant thud catches their attention. Alright. Because Bro has the build of Venom, healing powers of Deadpool, and the aura of the Count of Monte Cristo. That is a good description of Spawn. Yeah, I feel like a lot of characters from like the late 80s, early 90s was like, let's just come up with the coolest design we can and we'll figure out the rest later. CLENCHED. I just hope we get another Spawn movie. I'm sure we will at some point. It's just a matter of like the studio, the creatives, and everyone getting on the same page about it, because that's what kind of I heard along the way are the reasons that it never got going. Is like McFarlane wanted to make this movie, the studio wanted to make that movie, and like they could never quite meet in the middle. Though in today's climate, an R-rated Spawn movie could work. Yeah. There were a lot of Spawns. Yeah, I don't know the comic lore of Spawn that well. I really only know him from the movie and just, like I said, an awesome design. Alright. Exterior. Street. New Asgard. Later. Would be funny if we had a Spawn version of Edmond Dantes. Always bringing it back to Count of Monte Cristo, aren't you? Because it's fair. Car tumbles. Guardians flee. Who would write a book about a powdered, sugar-dusted hand? Oh. Ah. Yeah, we got the RAR in there. Oops. I was about to get cheated. Oh. How long ago did dinosaurs go extinct? All right. All right, we got some quipping, we got some funnies. Valkyrie doesn't know what a dinosaur is. It's fine. That or a spawn X count of Monte Cristo costume. Is it just random dinosaur? I don't know. I'd have to look at... Oh, there it is. So in the book, it looks like a T-Rex, more or less. But it is kind of it's not like Devil Dinosaur, like a named dinosaur. But I think they are from the Savage Land. Yeah. But they do look like T-Rexes. So I don't know if I say, like... Should I say specifically, like, a T-Rex attacking? Yeah, we'll just say that. For the sake of the reader, yes. Sauron was wild? What? The guy in Marvel that turned people into dinosaurs. Oh. Yeah. I forgot there was a character in Marvel called Sauron as well. Yeah. I was thinking Lord of the Rings for some reason. Whatever it is, we need to find a way to stop it. Sprints past the civilians at the dinosaur, toward the dinosaur. Also, apparently, there is a heaven version of Spawn called the Redeemer? No idea. I'll take your word for it. Yes, considering the goal of Spawn is to lead Hell's army to destroy it. Oh, okay. Civilians escape. So she sprints past civilians toward the dinosaur. T-Rex lunges mouth open at the civilians, but it stopped just short. Civilians escape. Dinosaur glances back to find Carol, grabbing hold of its tail. Rawr. Would it be dialogue? Because I feel like it's more of just like a sound effect. You say make it dialogue? Could be, or just say the Tyrannosaurus roars. Rawr. So then I need to make this one as well. What would that be? Um, good instinct changing nouns with dinosaur 2. You never want to keep returning it. Actually, dinosaur beast creature, or yeah. Instinctive, she extends her hands to the ground. They illuminate. Carol holds. Drops to her knees. Trying to think of like what comes next. Through a building, crashing. Exterior, street, New Asgard. Same. Or you could use its name. Sorry, Rad. I don't know if this one has a name. Name of dinosaur in Enemy within Marvel storyline. Tyrannosaurus. No, sorry, Rad. I did not ask the imagined dinosaur what its name was. According to AI, which is always right, right? It does not have a specific name. Dinosaurs. Tyrone's leg. From an alleyway, Carol charges into the dinosaur's leg. We'll fix it in post. Exactly. No. Okay. What's another word for lunges? Surges? Okay, yeah. Into its jaw. Mr. Saurus Surgeons. Ah. Hey, you came up with the name. Make me a mod, for that reason. Gee, I wonder why Rad would want to be a mod. That is true. Rad has been here since day one. Oh, he just wants to gift Naughty Dog 1,000,000 bits. That's so generous. Actually, we are... Alright, we are about halfway through, so we are going to take a short break. And then when I get back, we will hopefully finish the dinosaur fight and see what that leads into next. So, that is the plan. While we're away, I'll throw up some words on stream for anyone who would like to participate. Yeah, and I'll be back shortly. Have fun. Do good. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm back.
I have returned. GG's team. Naughty Dog coming in first place. Rad with the silver. And I got 1 word each round, so I helped. Hi, back. I'm Rad. Alright. Yes, I have returned. Let us get back into the dinosaur. Oh, no, Naughty Dog, you do not understand. Like, Rad has been using that joke since I started streaming, and that is the reason that I had to, like, retrain myself to say I have returned instead of I'm back when I come back to a voice chat or to stream. Like, no joke, that is a real thing. Yes, Brie said I'm back. Says I'm back. She says it. So you can make that joke to her. Alright. Sorry. Anyway. So a dinosaur is attacking. Yes, it was attracted to her. Okay. Directed. Let's get her on. Please do. Let me know when you do. So Dinosaur doesn't have a lot of different attacks they can do, I feel like. Like, they have lunge at someone, attack with the mouth, or they have, like, swing their leg, or swing their tail at someone. Because, like, their arms aren't going to do anything. So I feel like those are really the only 2 attacks that a dinosaur has. Right? Chomp, stomp, and swipe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could stomp. Teeth, tail, laser eyes. Exact. Wait, what? Ice breath, telekinesis. Yeah, all the common dinosaur abilities. So Valkyrie leads the remaining civilians away. Carol refocuses on Dinosaur. Thud. Dinosaur stomps. Shockwaves catch Carol. We had... this is not Devil Dinosaur. Now. Hi, Nell. Hello. Welcome in. How's your weekend going? We just have a dinosaur from the Savage Lands coming and attacking, whose name is Tyrone A. Saurus, apparently. Apparently? Yeah, that's what I said. Sorry, Rad. So the dinosaur stomps, Carol collapses, and then I want it to grab her with its teeth. Well, today's been an iffy day. Face is still reacting to a face oil I tried 8 hours ago, but it's not full-blown allergy. Interesting. Yeah, that does not sound like a fun thing to deal with. Well, hopefully the reaction wears off soon and you're able to get back to normal. Yeah, trying to keep calm about it though. So tell me about this project. What's the scene setting up? So this is kind of the back half of an action sequence that's going to be ending somewhat shortly. But basically the end of the scene is going to be Carol finds that there is some sort of device on the dinosaur, and that's going to... We have a command for... Oh, were you being a smartass about it? But the end of this scene is going to be Carol finds a device on the dinosaur that's been kind of controlling it, and she's going to notice that it's a Kree device, and that's going to lead her to try to find the source of the device, because she's going to start realizing that everything that's been happening hasn't been a coincidence. Okay, I wasn't sure if you knew it or not because it is in the title of the video of the stream, CM Story and CM Cast. So I guess that boom boom shakalaka boom, someone was walking the dinosaur. I can't believe I read that. Okay. Anyway, what were we doing? Not grass. Titles are frippery. Okay. It's another word for flings. Active throwing. Hurls. I like that. Does Carol have a cloak? Maybe Dino could pick her up by the scruff of it like a cat. No, in this sequence, all I said is that she's wearing civilian clothes. What if she finds a cloak during the fight? Yeah, I think I can just say T-Rex starts back after the civilians. Just huh? I don't know what some of those words are. It's the asteroid that could. Oh. Not exactly. I have an idea. In the distance, Valkyrie leads the Asgardians into a shelter. Spotting the dinosaur trailing, she shifts, protective, ready to fight. Yeah, that's... I want to try to convey that, like, Valkyrie feels outmatched one-on-one with the dinosaur, but eh. Go to Google and search. I'm afraid to see what's going to come up. Should I not do this on Stream Browser? I see. I wanted to make sure it was safe before I did it. Oh no! Ah! Yeah, it did a thing. Yeah, let's go crash. Haha, I may be a turd, but I'm never gonna have you do something that would risk the stream. I appreciate it. Is there another phrase for, like, climbing to their feet? Other than, like, standing? Verb. Rise to an... Oh. Yeah, I can just say Carol rising. Hefted. Yeah. Now what I want to know is, where did that come from? Climbs onto the dinosaur's head. Hi back, I'm Rat. Oh wait, no, you said I returned. Welcome back, Rat. Finding a device, Carol climbs onto the dinosaur's head. Rips it off. Finding a device, Carol climbs onto the rips it off. Examines it. Making a pizza and trying to get my kids to bed for their first day of school tomorrow. Ooh. First day, yeah, we just had our first day last week. This coming week's gonna be a nightmare getting to work. Not looking forward to it. So much easier, so much nicer getting to work when all the students aren't there. Guess what grades they're going into? I hate that this is the first thing that popped into my head, but 6th and 7th? Alright, Rad is back to being proud of me, so it's all good. He was shaking his head at me earlier. Can I just end the scene there? Yeah, I don't know what else I could... Depends on what the next scene is. Yeah, I covered everything I needed to. They fought the dinosaur, and really the end is her finding the device and her recognizing the device. Because that'll go... to the next scene is kind of the wrapping up of Carol in New Asgard. But the next scene is going to be back with Yon-Rogg and Ripley making it to Hala. So, I mean, it will end up connecting with the device because the device is going to be a Kree device. That's why she recognizes it. But it's not... Yeah, there's a direct tie there. Yeah, I think that works. Where are we at? Man, we are ripping through stuff. I still have that song stuck in my head. Sorry, your ad. Then don't carry it anymore. Past on. Yeah. We are kind of zipping through. We'll see. We might need to add some more stuff that happens, but I don't know. Or it might be kind of short. We'll see. 26 pages in. Yeah, because this should be like halfway. That song should be playing there. No. I do not like all the needle drops in all the superhero movies. And if I had a needle drop, it would be a song that is not pop. Alright, anyway. Okay, so our next sequence... Oh no, Rad's back to being disappointed. Sorry, Rad. Our next sequence is going to be on Hala, Yon-Rogg, and Ripley. And so... it's basically going to be Ripley going through the process that they recreated the blast that turned Carol into Captain Marvel. They're going to basically recreate that with Ripley. But we're not going to go all the way through it. It's really going to be like the lead up to it, because the next time we see Ripley, she'll have the powers. So it's going to be kind of a building scene. But wait! Oh no, what am I waiting for? Boo! You're on that one, Rad. Weed, what's up? I hope you have not had any issues with your power today, and all that has been figured out. We're getting all the, like, 80s pop references in chat today. Nope, power's good, internet is back, found out what the issue was, defective dryer. Okay. Yeah, I know Jaden said that you thought it was a dryer, but weren't sure, so it's good you figured it out, at least. Basically writing... It can be a, like, fan soundtrack, not the official. Please credit us directly. Would be good for the But it wouldn't be the original version. It'd be like a modern, slow, lo-fi version of it. All right, let's think about what's actually in the movie. So where do we get into the scene? Yon-Rogg returns to Hollow with Ripley. We don't really need to show that. That was not rude. Majors are rude. If you know, you know. I feel like this scene, what I would want to do with it is have it mirror one of the scenes from Captain Marvel with Yon-Rogg being a mentor to Carol, and have that like reflecting in this scene. That's true. She's not a major whiskey anymore. She will always be the major whiskey. Ooh, okay, let's... I was kind of stuck on how to get into the scene, but I think I have an idea. So we'll see what happens. Ripley. tech. No logical. What are we stuck on? Probably glue. BRB, gotta get. Yeah, get your pizza rad. What am I saying? What the hell is? Trying to think of a way for whoever is civilized to not exclude. Yeah. I hope Tyrone has a good arc in this movie, maybe a nice redemption story. Yeah, we'll come to New Asgard in the next one, and now that he has the device removed, um, he'll have found a new home in New Asgard. You know, be a vegetarian. Maybe he gets a job, goes back to school. There you go. That other O is an I. Focus on Tyrone. She never got to meet Tyrone. Yon-Rogg interacts with his comm device. At the center of the island, a hatch opens. Machine emerges. What's the right way of saying that? So Yon-Rogg says you'll soon have the power to do anything you want, and she wants to. I want her to say something like, "Is that the thing that's going to give me the power?" But in a more interesting way. I guess just saying, is that it? Tyrone will return in Avengers Doomsday. Mm-hmm. salvation from this thing? Something like that. Is she meant to be leery of it? Unimpressed? I think she's just nervous, anxious at this point. Because I feel like in this world, like, people who live in the world of the MCU, like, they've seen the Infinity Stones, like, they know small things can have a lot of power. And so she's just, I think she's just nervous about all of it. You can say something like, the machine will do everything. Kind of. Major's here! He says, poof, you're a sandwich. Yeah, so basically what they've done is this machine that they've created is a recreation of the engine from the first Captain Marvel, and the way that Carol got her powers is she shot the engine, so they're recreating that as well. So that's why he hands her the blaster. And so, like, she has to... all she has to do is shoot it. Was cooking dinner and then eating said dinner. Nice. Yeah, I'm with Rad. What was chicken burrito bowls? Nice. I haven't made burrito bowls in a minute. Assume they were delicious, like everything you make, Major. '90 stream streak. Major has been here for all of them. Trembling, Ripley looks to the blaster. far as I know, Fiddy hasn't made food in a very long time. He must be sick. Yes, I definitely look like I'm starving, Rad. Debating whether I want to put in the name of the machine. I don't think we need to. Alright. Wow, we are a bit over already. But we've made some progress. We are just ripping through this. We may end up with a bit of a shorter movie than I thought. But we'll see. I'm despairing. And we are going to find someone to raid unless someone has someone they would like to raid. How many pages so far? I believe it was 27. We're near the bottom of page 27. So I mean, we are really moving through this quickly, because like, I feel like the first time Carol and Star fight should be about halfway. I'd have one person in mind to raid, but I want to do that raid. Oh. Badweege. That trap survey is about to get in the machine. First act drawn to a close. Imagine Marvel films are super formulaic. Let's see if anyone else is streaming. I know Liv is live. We rated her last time though. So I'm looking to see if anyone else is doing some writing. Hey, there I am. Yeah, we can raid over to Liv again. All I have is you and Turtles and... I mean, that's all you need, right, Major? Just me and Turtles. Alright, yeah, we'll go right over to Liv and see what she is up to. Yeah, thank you to everyone who stopped by, hung out, lurked, chatted, all the stuff, all the things. I appreciate it. We will be back on Tuesday editing our witchy story. Yeah. I hope everyone has a great start to their week, doesn't rip all their hair out, because school's starting back up again. Yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, and I will see y'all on the next one.
Thanks for checking out my channel. Do whatever you want, live your life. I hope you're happy in your body. Much love to you, and see you around.